Hello and welcome again. This time we'll try to write mathematical functions. What are mathematical functions? Basically, when you need to perform calculation, for example, like absolute value or find maximum or minimum values or temperature conversion or unit conversion, or any other task which is required. So we can use the mathematical function or we can create the mathematical function. So for example, for the absolute, so if I want to find the absolute value of a minus 10, the result should be 10, right? So we created an absolute function. This is this is what we have created for the absolute function. What is that? Okay, any value you get, if it is negative, multiply by minus 1. If it is positive, just print it as is. Otherwise, multiply by minus 1. So let's try that on the computer. So this is my define function, define absolute. Okay, and function close, and then I can say, oh, I have to get the value input, huh? So maybe x is a value. So I say if x is less than 0, okay, then uh, return x multiply by minus 1. Else return x, because this is already positive, so we don't need to convert. And here I'll be calling the absolute method. And I say minus 10, for example. So if I call this method, oh, I didn't print it, right? So it is returning. I have to catch the value. I can say, okay, a is equal to absolute, and then I say print a. So run it again. I got 10. I entered minus 10. So it goes into the absolute function with minus 10. Minus 10 is less than 0. Okay, then come inside. So this is how we can create the absolute function. Now, can we write the absolute function in one line? Yes, it is possible. So what I'm going to say is I'll just use the return statement. I'll say return x. Return x. Okay, return x multiplied by minus 1. Huh? If x is less than 0. Okay? Then you return this value if x is less than 0. Else return x as is. So let's try this function. And if it is minus 10, so it should send me plus 10. And there you go. And if I say I have a value of 5, so it will go to the else part and it will just send me 5. Okay. And if it is minus 5, it will go to this part, because if x is less than 0, then it will do this part. Uh, there you go. So it is multiplying by minus 1 to make it positive. So this was the absolute function. That is how you can create the absolute function. Now we are converting Celsius to Fahrenheit. We have another example. Okay. This is Celsius to Fahrenheit. This is the formula that we are going to use. So in this formula, we are multiplying the value by 9 over 5 plus 32 to convert them from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So yeah, so again, I can say Celsius to Fahrenheit, Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, we will take one input and we will return what? Celsius, that is x multiplied by 9 over 5. This is the formula, plus 32. So, and then you call Celsius to Fahrenheit, Celsius to Fahrenheit. Any value you send. Okay, let's, for example, is minus 5 Celsius, huh? And we'll see how much is the Fahrenheit. with this one. So clear this part and run it again. Oh, it is 23 Fahrenheit. -5 Celsius is, and how about 30 Celsius? How about 30 Celsius? How much is the Fahrenheit? 30 Celsius. 86 Fahrenheit, okay? And if we have like 24, then it should be accordingly. 24 is 75.2 Celsius. And by the way, you can also have this function. You can use this function directly into the print statement. Okay, you can use like this one. So you don't have to put into the variable and then display the variable, like we were doing like this one, right? C to F24. So we were putting the value into the A variable and then we are displaying. So we can just turn it off by commenting. So this comment will ignore this line. One is enough. So one pound sign is enough for the comment. Now it will directdirectly print the result. It will call the method, we'll get the value, and that value will be printed with the help of print function. 75 point. Okay, if it is 23, then it should be less than 75. There you go. You can also add +5, +10, whatever you want. So this will be the expression. So we will get value from here, whatever is the value, then it will be add 5 will be added into this one. So it is 73.4. If we run it again, we got 78.4 by adding the points. This is also possible. Addition with the function. If function is returning a value, you can do the addition as well. So basically, this is like an expression. So we are using a function inside the expression. Okay. So we can use function inside the expression as well. Okay. And now we have like modular development. Yeah, you can break the program. You can break the program into small pieces, make separate functions. That will make the code easier to test, easier to fix, easier to reuse. So we have now we have like a similar example that we have practiced this Celsius to Fahrenheit. Now we have convert height to centimeters. Okay, so we can just create a separate function for that. Okay, this separate function is easier to test, easier to fix, easier to reuse. You can reuse this function again and again. So we are converting height to inches, convert height to centimeter. Yeah, inches to centimeter. So I can say something from here, height to centimeter, inches to centimeter. And we'll get feet and inches. Okay, 5 feet, 8 inches, something like that, the value will get. And then we can have total inches, total inches is equal to feet multiply by 12. Okay, feet multiply by 12 plus I, this inches. Okay, 1 feet has 12 inches. So if you are having feet and we want to convert, so I can just type feet, feet, and I can say inches. So it will make my life easy. Inches, and this is feet. So feet multiply by 12 plus inches. So that I will get the total inches. Similarly, if I want to and return total inches multiplied by 2.54. Okay, to convert into centimeters, so I'll be saying, I can say return. I can also say total centimeter. Total centimeter is equal to uh, total inches multiplied by 2.54. And then I can say, okay, you can return total centimeter. So if I just want to use this method, I can say I to C inches to centimeter. Okay, how many inches to centimeter, guys? How many inches to centimeter? So I have to pass on two values, 6 feet, 6 feet, 4 inches. So how much total centimeter it will bring? It will bring, let's see that, 193 centimeter. Okay, let's try 5 feet, 8 inches. 5 feet, 8 inches. How much is the centimeters? 172.72. Okay, 5 feet, 4 inches. So we should be having something like 162.56 inches. Okay, 5 feet, 5 feet, 0 inches. So it should be simply multiply by 5, by 12. Okay, 152 times, then it is 2.54. So this was the conversion mathematical function that we have created. I hope you like this video. If you need any help, then just write down some questions in the comment, and then I will definitely look into it. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.